One, two, three, four.
Forget the flowers, forget the reception, forget even the choreography for a second, because the moment that seems to have hit viewers hardest happened before Baylen and Allen really started dancing. I got you, kid. You're good. Ready? That was it. A few completely ordinary words from a dad to his daughter right before their father-daughter dance, but judging by the reaction online, those words landed harder than almost anything else in the wedding. And when you actually look at the moment, it makes sense. TLC teased the dance by saying all that practice had finally paid off, and visually, Baylen and Allen absolutely committed to the bit. Matching white sunglasses, Baylen in her wedding dress and tiara, Allen looking like somebody told him this was his one chance to headline a music video. Then the music hits, and suddenly this traditional emotional wedding moment turns into a full-on father-daughter performance. And yes, people immediately noticed something important. Allen has moves. One viewer basically summed it up with, "Damn, Allen, be getting down." Another joked that Dad might have actually performed better. Someone else admitted they were not exactly perfectly synchronized, but called it the cutest dance anyway. But here is where this becomes bigger than a funny wedding clip. One comment focused specifically on Allen's little reminder before they started dancing. The viewer said that his calm, "I gotcha, kid, you're good," communicated far more than most people probably realized. For that person, it even brought up the painful realization that they would never get to experience a moment like that with their own dad. And that reaction kept repeating in different forms. People weren't just saying, "Cute dance." They were saying, "I wish I had a dad like that." How different the world would be if everyone had a dad like this, one viewer wrote. Others described Baylen as lucky, called Allen an amazing father, and talked about missing their own dads while watching him support his daughter. That tells you exactly why this scene works. Allen doesn't make some giant speech before the dance. He doesn't turn the moment into a performance about what an incredible father he is. He just reassures her and then moves on. That casualness is actually the powerful part, because emotional support often doesn't look dramatic when it's genuine. Sometimes it's just somebody noticing that you need reassurance without making you feel like you needed rescuing. I gotcha. You're good. Ready? 3 beats: support, confidence, forward motion. And then, instead of hovering over Baylen, he dances with her. That distinction matters. There's a huge difference between supporting someone and constantly treating them as fragile. And what viewers seem to respond to with Allen is that in moments like this, Baylen still gets to be the center of her own experience. He's beside her, not taking it away from her. Even the silliness helps. The sunglasses, the choreography, Allen throwing himself into the routine. This isn't a father standing awkwardly on the sidelines because he thinks the dance is ridiculous. He committed, and apparently the audience loved him for it. There are comments saying this season changed their opinion of Allen completely. One viewer, who said they had never been a huge fan, admitted that watching him this season made them see him as an amazing dad, even pointing to all the things he built for the wedding. That might actually be one of the most interesting pieces of this reaction. Reality television trains us to wait for conflict. We're conditioned to look for the argument, the awkward confession, the hidden resentment, the family members secretly furious in the corner. But sometimes the scene everyone remembers is the one where nobody betrays anybody. Nobody storms out, nobody drops a bombshell. A dad just shows up for his daughter. And somehow that became the emotional gut punch. Viewers repeatedly said they cried during the wedding. Some called the father-daughter dance the best they had seen. Others praised the show itself for portraying Tourette syndrome while making the family feel relatable enough that audiences became emotionally invested in them. And then you get the comments that really put things into perspective. One person said every girl dreams of having a dad like Allen. Another simply wrote, "I wish my dad was like that." Someone else who lost their father young said they would have loved having Allen as their dad. That's no longer people reviewing choreography. That's people projecting their own relationships, losses, and childhood experiences onto 1 minute of television. And that is probably why this father-daughter dance became so memorable. Was it technically perfect? Apparently not. Was Allen maybe feeling himself a little too much once the beat dropped? Absolutely. But perfection clearly wasn't the point. Baylen wanted this moment with her dad. Allen practiced it, showed up, put on those ridiculous sunglasses, and gave her the moment she wanted. And maybe that is the real reason so many viewers got emotional. The dance was funny, the dance was sweet, but underneath all of it was a very simple message from father to daughter. Whatever happens out there, I've gotcha. So, what do you think? Was Allen and Baylen's dance the best moment of the wedding, or was there another scene that hit you even harder? Drop your pick in the comments, and if you love breaking down the moments behind the reality TV headlines, like the video and subscribe to Truth Talk Tribe.